Yo, what's going on out there in the land of YouTube? How's everybody doing? Is everybody in the room? Do we have everybody here? We're starting a little bit 4 minutes, 5 minutes late today. How is everybody doing? Happy Saturday to everybody. I feel absolutely amazing. Like I have a new lease on life. I have found out that I need everybody right now to hit the like button. I mean, let's just hit the like button. It'll just take you 1 second. Just take your finger and then just slide down right here and hit the like button. Take your finger and just hit the like button. Hit the like button if you would, please. Everybody hit the like button. How is everybody? How is everybody? Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for coming over to the live stream. My glasses are a little dirty. I can't see, but I was trying to. It seems like we're always in a hurry to get to where we got to go. Seems like that to me. Let me text something to myself real quick so I can put it up here on the backdrop of this right here, bad chicken. This right here, bad chicken. How is everybody? I tell you, I couldn't be more filled with joy with some things that are happening, and a lot of that has to do with Team DLZ and the people who are on this team. And as we continue to climb and continue to get a bigger platform, the whole reason that Jeff Lloyd and I started doing social media 2 years ago was because we wanted to build a base of people who would be constituents, that would be voters for later on when we turn this ship to go into politics and where we have the executive power to change things from the top. So a lot of the joy I'm feeling. And then the second thing, you guys, has everybody hit the like button? Did everybody hit the like button? Chevy, did you hit the like button? Larry, did you hit the like button? Did you guys hit the like button? It'll just take you a second. Hit the like button. Hit it. Button. Hit it. Hit it. What's going on out there? What is going on? So we're going to cover a lot of things today. There's a lot of things to cover. Lots of things to cover today. This is going to be a good one. There's a lot of stuff here. Welcome to another demonetized delete laws live stream. Welcome to that, because I'm going to be showing you guys some things today that, well, YouTube doesn't want you showing what the state does to people in the streets. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see it. This is a Dragon Net Transparency, everybody. That's her name right there. We're going to be covering a couple of Dragon Net Transparencies videos. I believe Dragon Net. It's not Dragnet like in the old 1960s TV series. It's Dragon Net. Just make sure you guys know that when you talk about Dragon Net. And hopefully you guys all went over there and you subscribe to her channel. So we're going to do so many things today. I have a petition that I'm going to ask everybody to sign. We're going to cover Dragon Net's videos. I got at least more than $100 right now from people who sent me money and put wheelchair on the donation line for Eric's wheelchair. We're going to cover a video of a 10-year-old girl getting put in handcuffs. So this is going to be quite a stream. And then we're going to cover another video where the copper, he doesn't like what's going on. And so he doesn't like someone filming him. So he just goes ahead and he knocks the phone right out of his hand. That's what he does. That's what he does. I don't know why he knocks the phone out of his hand. I don't know why he does it. I don't understand why he does it. You know, and then I asked DLZ at DLZ, make sure you guys get over to the backup channel, Delete Laws Clips, if you would, please. I asked DLZ to make a thumbnail for this live. And you guys take a look at the thumbnail and let me know what you think of this thumbnail. DLZ, you're awesome, bro. I don't know how much I love the thumbnail on this particular one. I kind of look like I'm a little bit or like I'm a little retarded, but you know, it's pretty funny. This is pretty funny. I hope I can let me cancel this and I'll get it. So before we get going, without too much Dan Fizzle, you can always find Dan in the comment section of Facebook on the cops pages, and he is lambasting those dirty coppers. He is lambasting. Charlie, go to your pillow. Go to your pillow. Go to your pillow. Go on. Go on. So how's everybody doing? Can you guys do me a favor? Drop down in the comment section right now where you're watching from. Just put down in the comment section right now where you are watching from. What city, what state, what town, what borough, what district, what county. Tell me where you're watching this live stream from. I really want to know because I am in Las Vegas, Navidad. I love it. Back to the 702. It's 105 in the shade, and they're sipping on a lemonade. Oh, wait, I think that's the Phoenix, Arizona part of Sir Mix-a-Lot. You know who would know it? John Felax. John Felax knows these songs. I love watching John Felax's channel. He starts off by rapping or singing on every one of his videos. I absolutely love it. So Odessa, Texas is in the hizzy. What's going on? Michael's here. Your confidence is poquito. It's just poquito. Your confidence is poquito. Charlie, come here. Come here, buddy. I'll bring him up. Everybody, without further ado, we have the dog, Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Oh, no, no bone, just you. He of course, as soon as I call him, he brings his bone over. But I wanted to get right into a couple of things. Yeah, John Felax is a really great channel as well. I want you guys to get into some John Felax if you get a chance. And so I'm going to start off with a DragonNet transparency video. DragonNet, will you do me a favor? Will you drop down in the comment section which video you wanted me to cover? DragonNet Transparency, who is massively undersubscribed. I don't know why. I don't know why. She digs out the body cam footage and she shows the body cam footage that the coppers don't want you to see. And that's what she does. And she does it consistently. And I don't know why she doesn't have 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers. But here's her YouTube channel. And I will drop the link down. Officer involved shooting. They entered the home without a warrant. So let me see what you guys can see because sometimes it just gives you guys a tiny little screen. And here's the link to DragonNet Transparency's channel. I'm going to cover DragonNet Transparency's channel today. There is the link right there. Did everybody hit the like button? I don't know. There's only a couple hundred people in here. Did everybody hit the like button? Did you take your finger? Like button, like button, like button. Did you hit the like button? What's going on, man? I was doing so look, what apparently it seems as though I worked myself into complete and total exhaustion is what happened. And so I literally have been told that I've got to stop working so many hours. So along with that diagnosis was that I got my blood pressure down, but then it wouldn't go below 150. And so then I laid down for 17, 18 hours and my blood pressure went to 131/78, which is almost normal. And so what that tells us is that I'm working myself to the bone, much like James Polk did, who was president of the United States and also was one of the most successful presidents of the United States. But that's another conversation. So what's going on, Richie? What's going on? How is everybody? Delete laws clips. Keto on Kratom, one of the loveliest individuals in the chat, as usual. Good to see you. Action Jackson is here. What's going on, Action? Carrie, what is going on? What is going on? Carrie, I've been to a university. I've been to a couple universities. I went to a community college and I went to Arizona State University. I didn't graduate. I don't have any degrees. There's no great, pedigree. I don't have an institutional education. I'm what you call autodidactic. I learned online. I learned by auditing classes that are institutional classes. And I learned in college. I went to college for 5 years. And then I just continued to learn after I got no-knock rated by the coppers. And so, a lot of my materials that you can get on Delete Laws are the trifold and the poster and the ebook. A lot of those cases in there, I just put it together. What was that guy who used to do The Office where he put all the things on there? Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like you have to understand something. Like I'm here on this channel and I broadcast live for people who have experienced a lot of the pain and suffering that happens when you back to the blue and then it happened to you. I'm not really here to win anybody over. So if you feel like, I need to prove myself to you, or you need some validation as to who I am, or you can't put me in a liberal or conservative box, this is probably the wrong channel for you, bro. Scoot along, little doggy. Scoot along, scoot along, scoot along. So I literally have have come to the conclusion that I've got to slow down a little bit. I can't work for 20 hours a day. If you're going to contact me, whether you're my friend or foe, try to contact me within business hours. And after business hours, I'm not going to respond to anybody. I'm going to center myself and center my peace. I'm going, whoa, I'm going to slow myself down a little bit so that I don't run myself into the ground. That's because that's apparently what I did. I ran myself into the ground by working for 20, 21 hours a day for a month straight. I ran myself into the ground. So I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't. So yeah, if you're here looking, someone said, where are my degrees? I don't have any degrees. If you need validation through an Indiana University or through Yale or Harvard, I don't have any of those. I've been very upfront about this since I started on TikTok, Rick Rock, in 2021. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So that's everything about me. That's everything about myself. And then, of course, to the people here like Gloria and Chevy and Hi Malone and Action Jackson and Keto on Kratom. What's going on, my friend? What is going on? Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. So, and then someone said this right here. Is that a Karen? Hey, Karen. Hey, Karen. You need to lay off the party favors. Party favors, I think you're referring to drugs. I don't do any drugs. Like, I even quit smoking weed. Like, I don't even smoke weed. But I think I'm going to start back up because it helps me go to sleep at night. It also makes me relax a little bit. There's all kinds of things. Dan Fizzle with the OTVO. Thank you so much, Victor. Victor Pot in here just now. I got the new trifold rubber band and even though I don't want to be pulled over. Of course you don't want to be pulled over. Nobody does. But you should have the trifold in your car. You should have it in your car. And so, yeah. Yep. So if you're part of Team DLZ, can you type down in the comment section? We don't stop. 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 And let me text Dragnet Transparency real quick here. Let me airdrop this bad chicken real quick. I'm going to airdrop this bad chicken so you guys can see this thumbnail. This is great. This is a good one. Because, covering some videos. Okay. I look a little retarded in that. I look a little bit retarded. So, is it Dragonnet? Is that what you're saying? Dragonnet, Dragonetti, Dragon doo-doo. Okay. So, Dragonnet, which one? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back to smoking the weed. To be honest with you, I've been clean for a month, and I think I'm gonna go back to it because it really, at first I used to think it was a cop out or an excuse because everybody needs a beer or a toke before they go to bed and it helps them unwind and stuff. And I thought to myself, that's a cop out for a reason why you can't get another 2 or 3 hours of work done. And what it ended up being for me was that I quit that weed. It was never a problem, but I just was like, I'm just going to stop smoking it because I don't want to have a cop out where I smoke weed to go to bed at night or anything like that. But then what happened was I literally took advantage of those 2 or 3 hours of more work. And then that 2 or 3 hours would then extend into 6 or 7 hours. So pretty soon it would be 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was going to bed at noon and waking up at 3 p.m. And I did that for like a month. And I literally had physical exhaustion and it knocked me down for 2 days. Like the live broadcast I did last night, I had taken almost full 24 hours of just laying down. So, that's not, I wish I smelled weed, Chevy, but I don't. I don't. I do not smell any marijuana. I do not. Thank you so much for coming by. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Oh, what was that? What do we got? Anybody else? What is going on? Richie Bell is in the house. I'm going to read some OTVOs. The tribe is here. Les Paul is here. What's going on? So, Dragonette, I didn't see which video you wanted me to share, but I think I'm just going to cover this first one right here. Officer involved. That's the one. At Dragonette just texted me. Thank you for the text, Dragonette. I appreciate it. So now let's take a look at her video. Can everybody get over to her channel and give a subscription? Can everybody get over her channel? She's at 1.92 thousand subscribers. This woman, she's at 10,000 subscribers. She's doing the Lord's work over here. She really is. You be the judge, justified or not. Okay. And this is the first video we're going to watch today. And this, here we go.
Hey, lady, get over here. Get over here. You're gonna get shot.
Shoot me. You ain't got no warrant.
Door.
No.
Hey. Hold on.
You ain't got no warrant.
Let's go.
Why are they surrounding her house? I'm a little bit unclear what's going on.
Let's go. Move. Go. Hey, watch out.
And they just start shooting, of course. Hey, YouTube, it didn't show any of the shots. It didn't show anybody get shot, YouTube. Can you leave my channel alone, please?
Hey.
More shots.
Back up.
Keep on shooting, coppers. It's a lady in there, and she said, leave me alone. You better keep on shooting.
Hold on.
You ain't got no warrant.
Oh, okay. Watch out. Move. Watch out. Go. Get over. Hey, watch out.
Hey, so if we have all this evidence,
Hold on.
You ain't got no warrant.
Go. Hey, watch Back up.
Jesus. You
You
gotta
ain't
be.
got no warrant.
She's not, I don't know if she has a firearm or not, but the idea is you're supposed to be able to have a firearm in your home to push away tyranny. And these are tyrannists. These are the tyranny at your door.
Hey, watch out.
Why'd they start shooting?
Back up.
Approximately 12:27 a.m., officers were dispatched to the location for a vandalism incident where a woman cut wires to an alarm panel at an apartment complex. The caller provided officers a detailed description of a Hispanic woman that resided at the complex. Officers contacted the woman outside of the parking lot and identified her before she fled into her apartment, locking herself inside. Officers followed her to her residence located on the first floor.
Where she lives.
Attempting to arrest the woman, officers removed the screen to the window that was already open.
Why couldn't they wait outside if they knew she lived there? That means she has to come out for food or water sooner or later.
Officers observed the woman grab a hammer while inside her apartment.
She grabbed a hammer while inside the apartment. The hammer would have to go through a window at the very minimum to hurt the coppers.
And an officer drew his weapon and notified the dispatcher that he had her at gunpoint.
Because she has a hammer inside of her house.
Additional officers then made the scene. The woman, while inside her home, threw a glass candle at the officers.
She threw a candle at the wall that can't hit the cops through the window. She'd have to shatter the window. It'd have to go through the window to get the coppers.
Striking an officer in the arm, causing minor injuries. A glass candle at the officers, striking an officer in the arm, causing minor injuries. Officers communicated with the woman through the open window for over 30 minutes.
Oh, 30 minutes is enough for your life to be ended. 30 minutes, that's plenty of time for you to decide if the coppers are going to kill you or not.
As officers jumped over the railing to the...
I mean, look at this. She cut some wires to the alarm system. She did something wrong. I get it. Yeah. And look at these frothing dog animals. Look at them. Look at them. They gotta get her. She cut some wires. You gotta get her. And if she tries to defend herself from this, you better kill her.
Patio of the residence. The woman ran with a hammer in her hand, striking the window and shattering it.
She broke her own window. Kill that chick.
One officer fired multiple rounds towards the woman, but it did not appear she was struck by the gunfire. The woman moved away from the window, but then came back towards the patio door, still holding the hammer in her hand.
They were afraid for their life from a 5-foot-tall, tiny Mexican woman or Latina woman that she had a hammer. They couldn't have retreated. They couldn't have stepped back and let her calm down.
At this time, 2 other officers shot towards the woman, along with the first officer who fired the first round of gunshots. The woman was struck by the gunfire and later pronounced deceased by...
This is ridiculous. No wonder why DragonNet reached out to me. Ridiculous. She's no threat to anybody. She's going through a manic phase. She needs to calm down. That's it. Instead, they murdered her.
EMS. No one other than the woman was injured by the gunfire. She was later identified as Melissa Perez, 46 years of age.
So 46 years of life is ended because she's having a manic episode and she cut some wires. Obviously, she did something wrong. Sure, I agree. She should be punished for it if there's a punishment for what she did wrong. But you don't need to raid her home as though she's Pablo Escobar and been cutting the tongues out of people.
Here is body camera footage of a second officer at the scene.
Why can't they fall back and just wait for her to come out of her house? They know she lives there. She's got to come out sooner or later for food or water. Go, get over the railing. We have to get her. Watch out. She's throwing a candle. Quick, get your gun.
Here is body camera footage of the third officer at the scene.
So if we have all this evidence,
This frothing dog has got to jump over the rail. We have evidence that you cut wires. Let's say she's guilty. She cut the wires. Let's say she did something wrong. She broke the law. We all agree. Nobody wants criminals. She did it. We know she did it. They got evidence she did it. Nobody's life is at stake. This is not exigent circumstances. This would not reach the criteria of Wilson versus Arkansas of 1995 or Kerr versus California in 1963. There's no reason to enter into her home.
You ain't got no work.
Murder. That's murder. She's got a hammer. They had to kill her because she had a hammer in her hand through the door and through the window. She couldn't have hurt them. She threw a candle through the window that struck an officer. How much did it hurt him? Is he in intensive care today? I hope he lives. She died. They murdered her.
Here is footage from another officer present at the scene.
Look at this rabid dog over here. Look at these dogs. They said we got a lot of evidence against you. Okay, great. Then have it out in a court of law. You coppers don't want me to beat the shit out of you on the streets, which I could do, but I couldn't because you guys would murder me. It's so funny. The cops don't want us to fight them, but they'll so easily invade our homes and murder us.
But who did not discharge their firearm.
Look, he's jumping over a railing because she cut some wires. I mean, look at them. They're chasing her down like she's Pablo Escobar. They're chasing her down like she's Ted Bundy. Get your guns out and shoot into her home. I hope they all get charged with murder, but we have a broken system. It won't matter.
Investigations into deadly force are comprehensive and can take over a year.
Investigations into deadly force are comprehensive. Honey, baby, we saw the video. We don't need a comprehensive year-long investigation. You put it a year away so that emotions die down and the family members, just so you know, when you die, people forget about you within about a year. They pour out a little liquor on the first anniversary of your birthday, and then pretty soon, oh yeah, my uncle died 10 years ago. They just forget about you. You're just a thing of the past. They wait for so long for an investigation so that your family and your friends die down.
Reminder, this is our current understanding of the situation and could change as investigators gather more information. In this incident, the 3 officers were immediately suspended without pay, pending a full investigation.
They should be charged with murder. There's no reason to attack her house that way. There was no reason to jump on her back patio. There was no reason for her to have to pick up self-defense weapons against you. They did too much and they murdered her.
The department's current understanding is based on both the camera footage.
No, we don't need the department's understanding. We all have eyes. We all can see. You murdered her. That's what happened. We don't need you to explain away what murder is. She did something wrong. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Cutting the wires at your apartment complex is likely illegal. You damaged property. She did something wrong. She broke the law. I agree. I don't want a lawbreaker getting away with criminality. Nobody really does. As a matter of fact, there's studies that show in your neurology that you have pleasure in watching somebody who did something wrong be punished. That's a fact. It's a clinical fact. So nobody wants her to get away with breaking the law.
And information gathered from officers at the scene. All officer-involved shootings are forwarded to the Bexar County District Attorney's Office.
The Bexar County District Attorney Office work hand in hand with the police every day. They're the cops' friends. The same Bexar County District Attorney's Office, is that the same place from Bab who pulled the guy over and asked him 40,000 questions that we watched from the Institute of Justice? And so now they turned the case over to the cops' friends. When they say they turned it over to the prosecutor's office, just change that to they gave it to the cops' friends to investigate.
For review.
For
As
review.
of this publication, the investigation remains ongoing.
Now I see why DragonNet reached out to me. Now I see why. Now you know why we don't stop until we get to executive power. And look, you guys can see it. This channel and the movement is growing, and it's growing fast. And the reason is because every day when one of these losers comes into my chat and says, oh, he's picking on the cops, and he's got that cop stick all the way down his throat. He's picking on the cops. And then it just happens to your brother or to your cousin or your lover, or to you. And then that same bootlicker ends up subscribing later and saying, Chille, I'm so sorry. I was so wrong. It's so terrible what the cops do to people. You watched a woman get murdered. Yeah, she broke the law. Does everybody agree that we don't want people cutting wires in their apartment complex that goes to everybody else's homes? We don't want that. So there's going to be some sort of law that she's charged with, and then she's going to get her day in court. But instead, they murdered her. And they suspended them without pay. Ooh, you suspended them without pay? But wait a minute. Are they still free to communicate with each other outside of that? Yes, they are. Are they still free to send text messages and emails to their friends at the Bexar County Prosecutor's Office? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Is the chief still going to go sit with the Bexar County prosecutors and say, well, our guys, she had a hammer and she threw a candle through the window. And is the sheriff there? What was his name? Was it Bailey, or was that in a different county? Is it Bailey? Is it Brian Bailey? I can't remember. The Bexar County Sheriff. Someone can look that up for me if you would. Let me know who the Bexar County Sheriff is. They murdered her. That was outright murder. That's what that was. That was murder. It was murder. And you know what? Here's the thing. Here, what I learned recently, just so everybody, if you're unfamiliar, if you haven't been around for a minute here, I've got to make sure that I keep my cool. I got to keep my emotional state a little bit more palated over here. So that makes me sick. I mean, if it makes you sick, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that's disgusting, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that's the grossest thing ever, put a 1 in the chat. That was disgusting what we just saw. There was nothing about that was respectable at all whatsoever. That was pretty nasty. That was pretty gross. And I can't believe that we're watching that. And that there were people who would say, oh, Chille's such a bad person. He's so terrible. Look at him calling out how the cops murdered somebody. What a horrible person he is, saying how the cops would murder somebody. Just terrible. It's so frustrating. Like, it is so frustrating. Like, I just cannot even begin to understand how in the world this can be a thing, that we see this happen and that nothing is done about it, that absolutely nothing is done about it. So, I mean, and how do we redress them? How do we go at them? You know, I don't know how we go at them. I'm looking for that DLZ clips. I'm looking for that 10-year-old get in handcuffs, but I don't see it in your studio. And I'm looking and I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. It's not there. And I am indeed looking, but for some reason it's not there. So I want to show you guys another video. And this is where a 10-year-old girl gets put in handcuffs by the coppers. As soon as I can find it. That's not it either. That's not it. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys one more video from DragonNet Transparency here. And this video here, whoops, YouTubes. We're down on the YouTubes. We're having fun on the YouTubes today. And I'll tell you, you know, and just so you guys know, at midnight tonight, I will shut down this, I'll shut myself down at midnight. I got to shut down at midnight from now on every single night. If I don't shut down at midnight every night, then I just end up having a hard time not getting myself in order. So I got another DragonNet Transparency video I'm going to share with you guys.
I see her hands too.
Get your hands up. Keep your hands up.
Keep your hands right there. Do not move.
Is this another person that the cops are so afraid of? They're so terrified.
Is anybody injured? Hey, why can't you get out of the car, man? Okay, we should have drove in the woods, but you can get out of the car. So can you get out of the car now? You're not getting out? That's a bad decision. I don't care. Get out of the car now.
Another woman that the cops are deathly afraid of.
Keep those hands right where we can see them.
I mean, look at this guy. Bro, you are a chump. You are a chumpzilla, bro. You really are.
Keep those hands right where we can see them.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm a cop in America, and I'm terrified.
Put them all the way on the roof. Touch the roof of the car. Yep.
Get your hands on the roof of the car, or we are afraid.
Unlock it.
But she's got to reach down to unlock the car door, and you coppers are going to be scared.
Unlock the door.
Look at the hands up in the air. These guys are still scared.
How about, man? Let's go. Find out right now.
You hear the girls and the kids' voices in there? Look how the cops are acting. This has got to change. This is not going to work.
You do not give orders here.
Oh, listen to this pig. You do not give orders here. You do not give orders here. Obviously, pig, you've never met me. I'm your boss, bro. I'll give you orders. You don't tell me what to do. I'm in charge of you. You work for me, pig. You work for me. I don't work for you. There's a big difference between you and I. You're a beta male cuck. I'm an alpha male. Big difference between the two of us. Huge difference between the two of us.
Do not freaking move.
Let's take a look at her.
Do not give orders here. Do not
There she is right there. Did you see her? Did you see the woman with the hat on?
freaking move.
I'm not fighting. I want to get out of the car.
Look at that. And there's a little girl right there, and they got their guns pointed, and they're dragging her.
Dude, you stay right there. Do not move.
Look how tight. There's not even a shirt on the person.
Stay right there.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look at the legs on this human being. Look how small. I think my wrists are bigger than this person's legs. I guarantee you my shoulders and arms are bigger than this person's legs.
I'm not. Cover the car. Let's secure the vehicle. I know I'm not anymore. Stand up. I am.
And look at the copper, man. Look at this guy.
Excuse me. I'm on her lot.
Look at the other person.
We have no.
Oh, so it's a dude. It's not even a chick. That's how young these guys are. Their voices haven't turned into male voices yet. They still have little boy voices.
I checked the vehicle yet.
My junk. Please leave that there.
So this guy's 21, 22. I mean, don't get me wrong. The men are 21, 22 are men, but he hasn't turned into like a man yet.
I got nothing on me.
So look at these guys. They look like hippies, maybe do drugs. I don't know, just by the look of it.
Get her up. Come on, we'll stand you up. Ready?
By the way, that will rip your shoulder right out of the socket. Do you see that? This is in wrestling, this is illegal to do.
Come on, we'll stand you up. Ready?
Ready? And then doesn't let her get her hips underneath of herself, just jerks her up by her shoulder joint. There's the thumb digging into her body.
Come on.
Oh, Jesus. Is that it, Dragonet, on that one? He's showing, is there another?
Stop the car. How about what?
What's going on?
I'm asking you how about the car? You took
Why?
forever to pull over.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Give me the stick.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
What do you mean why?
No, you talking about come out the car. For what?
Leslie, step out of the car.
This has happened the other day, and the guy refused to get out of the car. Why? If he gets out of the car, it's dangerous for him. If he gets out of the car, put a 1 in the chat. If it's dangerous for you to get out of the car, it's not dangerous for the cops for you to stay in the car. It's dangerous for you to get out of the car. That's the problem. That's the problem. It's dangerous for you, not for them.
You talking about step out the car? What I did, sir?
I'm telling you, Leslie, to step out of the car.
What I did, though.
I'm telling you to step out of the car.
What I did.
So that's what happens. Pennsylvania versus Mims 1977 is the extension of Terry versus Ohio. It allows the cops to order you out of the car upon demand. If he gets out of the car, they're going to hurt him. They're going to put their hands all over him. They're going to put him in torture cuffs, which always are painful and torture. He's saying, why do I get out of the car? Because he knows he's going to be tortured the moment he gets out. They may even throw him on the ground and stick their knees in his back and in his neck.
Leslie, step out of the car.
What I did.
Get out of the.
And he's saying what I did. Probably didn't spend a lot of time in school if he's saying what I did. Probably not real highly educated. So he doesn't understand why he has to get out of the car because he didn't do anything wrong. There's no reason for him to have to get out of the car, but the coppers are scared of him. They walk up on him, harass him, but they're scared now, so he has to do what they say.
Car. I'm telling you to step out of the car.
Why you talking to me like that? I don't got nothing, bro.
Step out of the car.
Bro, I don't have nothing. Bro, what you doing?
Step out of the car.
Bro, I don't have nothing.
Step out of the car.
Bro, I don't have nothing, bro.
Step out of the car.
All right.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
I wonder why he doesn't want to get out of the car when they're screaming at him like he's a rabid dog. Ridiculous.
I don't got nothing.
He just threw the bag on the ground.
Okay, so he did throw the bag on the ground. Let's say he's guilty. This isn't how you're going to solve the drug problem in America by torturing people and arresting them.
Crack on the
Against the car. Stop! Against the car.
Sprinkle a little crack on him.
You're going to get tased. Put the hand behind your back. Hand behind your back.
Now he's going to get tased. Now he's being treated as though he's a violent criminal. And even if he's sitting there doing drugs, even if he's doing wrong, he isn't hurting anybody else.
Put your hand behind your back. Do it now. The last thing I'm going to ask you. Put your right hand behind your back. If you pull away, you're going to get tased.
I'm not.
I mean, look at this. It's just so. This system has got to change. And the only way we can change it is with executive power.
Give me the phone.
Hey, go with the phone. You're gonna get tased.
How many times have they threatened to tase him and they got the taser on his back to hurt him?
Pull away one more time and you're getting.
If you pull away one more time, you got 2 full-grown men that have your hands on him. How big of wussies are you guys? How much of a absolute wussy are you? 2 guys can't hold him. He's turned around. His back is to you. And you still are going to threaten if you pull away? What, you're not allowed to use a muscle in your body? You're supposed to just lay there like a limp fish?
Days.
Well, what I did, sir? Man, come on, officer.
Do not quit.
All right, I'm not.
Look,
drinking.
hey, I'm not playing with you, man.
Yeah, you're a beta male cuck. We know you're not playing beta male. This is the only way you have any power.
I'm not doing
Stop
that, sir.
turning around.
Sir, I'm not doing that.
He's calling them sir. Boy, we're different.
Man,
He ate it all. He had it all in his mouth and he was chugging the drink.
Okay, so he had some crack. Let's say he's guilty of it. Who has he hurt?
He had a thing of crack on his lap.
Okay, he's got crack on him. We agreed. Nobody wants him driving and smoking crack. But you got him. You got him. He doesn't have a gun at you. He hasn't threatened you. Why are you treating him this way?
No, I did not, sir.
Stay facing the car.
Oh, here we go. Stay facing. Oh, is he putting his thumb into his ulnar nerve right there? Is that what he's doing?
I didn't do nothing, sir.
Running red. You better hurry. They got a guy and he's got some drugs. You better hurry. Send all the cops there. All those salaries are going to compound right there on scene.
Can you hold him while I grab that bag?
Well, what bad, man?
Hold him. He's not trying to run. And if he does, he's in torture cuffs. He's not going to go very far without his arms being able to help him.
You threw it right on the ground.
Listen, I got bad. Bro, I don't have crack in my car, bro. I
It's
swear
all
to God.
over you.
Bro, I don't have crack on me, bro.
You don't have crack on you? What's this, bro?
Bro, that is not crack, bro.
Meth?
No, that's nothing, bro.
Right. Because you ate it all.
No, I did not. I didn't have no drugs on me, bro.
Okay. We're going to jail because we told you to get out of the car and you didn't get out of the car.
That's why.
He's going to jail for Terry versus Ohio, extended into Pennsylvania versus Mims in 1977. He's going to jail because he didn't follow their lawful order created by the Supreme Court.
You going to jail for?
Yep, you're going to jail.
Man, oh my God, sir, come
Plus
on.
all.
Man, they're solving the drug problem right there. Put a 1 in the chat if they have solved the drug. They got him. It's over. It's over. Drug problem's over. We win. Drug problem's over. They got this guy. They're going to ruin his life, impound his car, take his money, make him a felon, and our society is going to be so much better. If you agree, put a 1. Society's going to be better now that these jackboot thugs got this guy, and they're going to ruin him. This is going to solve his drug problem too. From him getting arrested, getting a felony, his drug problem is going to go away. He's no longer going to be a burden to society anymore. These cops have solved everything, folks. That's it. Show's over. We're out of here.
Where the other one's at? Yeah, they slide up. I'll leave this for right now. Oh, man. That's some crack. Man, that's not crack, bro.
You got white spit?
Oh,
How you got white spit?
bro. Like, bro.
Hey, look at that. You see how blue that is?
Bro, that is not crack,
That's positive
bro.
for cocaine. You see that, right?
Bro, how?
Leslie, you see this, right?
So this guy has a drug problem. And he's got cocaine or whatever it is down the front of his beard. They got the coke here. So this process right here, though, and this is what I'm talking about. You cannot declare a war on people and then decide that your war is going to solve their personal issues, that you've declared war on drugs. And so now each one of these jackboot thugs gets an accolade. They get an award. They get a promotion. They get something good out of this. The person and you and I in society, this will make society worse. He will go to jail. He will be convicted. He will be a felon. And that is going to hurt society overall. We will not spend any money on educating him, on helping him get over his drug problem. We won't spend any money on that. We'll spend money on giving money to guards to guard their skin. And that skin inside the prison will fester. They'll learn new tricks and new trades from other criminals that they're rubbing elbows with. And they will end up coming out and being worse. And this is the guy, God help us that it's not, maybe this isn't him, but a guy similar to him is the guy who does a year or two in prison, gets beat up, gets punked, gets turned into a bitch. And then he gets out and he's the guy that kills your son. He's the guy that runs over your daughter. He's the guy that mugs your mom because he's a felon. He can't get over the drugs. Society has turned their back on him. And now that he's a felon and he has nowhere to go, now he's homeless. And now he lives in an encampment in your neighborhood. That's what these guys are doing. And we're seeing it. It's a repetitive circle. It's a repetitive circle. We're seeing it. And this is going to make our society worse. This isn't going to make our society better. It's going to make it worse.
Right?
Bro,
I'm just
I didn't
telling
have no cocaine.
Do you see how bright blue it is all the way around?
Oh my God, bro! I didn't
I'm
not
telling
have
you,
no
what color is
cocaine.
it? What color is that?
Blue.
Blue. That
What?
came out of your spit in
Bro,
the
I didn't have
car.
no cocaine.
You guys see all that blue, right?
Bro, I didn't have no cocaine. Oh my God! So you found cocaine?
They don't want to adjudicate things on the side of the road with me. No cop ever wants to have a discussion with me. They never want to get into the nitty-gritty with me. They don't ever want to sit down and have a talk with a scholar. They want to talk to people who are drug addicts. As soon as I start to get into what's going on, they say, we're not adjudicating it on the side of the road. But yet this guy, they'll sit there and adjudicate with him all day because obviously he's eating drugs because he has a drug problem.
You know me, bro?
It's in your...
Back up. Stop. Back up. Back up. Back up. Munoz, keep your eye on the car. Hold on. Stop. Come here. Zulu 948. Whiskey Mike here.
That's confusing. Problem, man.
Have a seat. You have anything on you? No. Wait. Go against the car. Nope. Go against the car.
That's confusing, buddy. Hey, my friend, that's confusion, man.
I'm not asking you about that.
I'm coming from my
Have
job.
a seat. Have a seat.
Yeah.
Put your feet in.
You all right? Hey, you all right? You all right?
Yeah, he got me a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the woods. I hit him with the taser twice.
313 flyer.
So you chased him down like an animal and shot him with electricity and you wonder why he's hiding in the woods?
Can we have Med 51? FHP trooper got banged up. Male's in the wood line. He tased him twice.
He's in there.
Sheriff's office, if you're inside, come out now.
Go down with Dixie, make sure he doesn't come out.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing a button-up shirt.
Hey.
Pants, Robert Mike. Older. Maybe in his late 50s.
Hey, come out now! Come out now!
Sheriff,
Get on your feet now! Get on your feet now, or I'm...
What makes cops think you're going to come out when someone's yelling at you like you're their worst enemy and they want to kill you?
I'm gonna tase you.
Always a threat of I'm going to electrocute you. And look at the beta male.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up now! Now! Now!
It looks like he's on his knees. It looks like his hands are up, is what it looks like. Can everybody see that? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see he's on his knees. Pretty docile at this point.
I'm not playing with you. Keep your fucking hands up.
all right, man.
Keep your hands up. I'm not playing.
All right,
I mean, look, that's not how you control somebody. What a moron. What do they teach these guys?
all right.
Give me your hand.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
Okay.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Why don't you stand him up? Why don't you stand him up, and put some straps around his wrists and not behind his back.
Give me your fucking hand.
This is why this doesn't work. Now look what they're doing to his. So your wrist does not go into your armpit. That doesn't work like that. I'm just saying. It's not how it works.
Why are you stop resisting?
Stop resisting. You're trying to put my wrist into my armpit and it doesn't go there.
I was scared.
Now he's saying I was just scared.
Yeah, you're scared and you want to beat up an FHP trooper. No. Get out of here.
Oh, everybody wants to fight the cops. How often do we hear that lie?
Hey! Give us your head!
He was running in the woods. I don't see him trying to fight a cop as he's running and hiding in the woods.
Okay. Listen. No, I'm not listening. Okay. Give me your hand. Give me your hand now. Okay, I am. No, you're not. Okay. Oh, got him.
Okay, you go. Look, it doesn't work. This system doesn't work. Look, watch the handcuffing process. Look at what they're doing here. This doesn't work. Look, they're trying to cuff him, but it doesn't work. Your bones and arms don't go that way. He can't get the cuff on because this is not how you're supposed to treat people. He can't get the cuff on because they can't get his arm in the right angle to get the torture cuffs on him. This is the wrong way to treat people. Let me show you a different position, okay? Let me show you a different position. Okay, right there. You could walk up and strap his wrists together as he sits there. Put your hands in front of you, and you could wrap those wrists with a strap right there. You wouldn't have to jump on his back and put his face into that harsh grass. By the way, when you go out into the glades, like this looks like in the Everglades a little bit, that stuff is rough and coarse and fibrous and hurts. Right there, you could just grab him and wrap his wrists up. Look, you could pull his arms forward. I wrestled from the time I was 7 years old on till my mid-30s. I competed competitively for 20 years in grappling. When someone has their hands like this, if I wrap them together like this and I put both of their arms in mine in a bread basket, they're stuck like Chuck. Can't do anything. Why don't they just walk up, pull his arms forward, and strap them up? Because they got to use the torture cuffs from the slavery days. The same torture cuffs they used during slavery are the same torture cuffs they use today.
I'm not playing with you. Keep your fucking hands up. Put your hands up. I'm not playing. All right. Give me your hand. Okay. Give me your hand. Okay. Give me your fucking hand. Why are you stop resisting? Because I was scared. I was scared. Yeah, you're scared and you want to beat up an FHP trooper. No. Get out of here. Hey! Give us your hand! Okay. Listen. No, I'm not listening. Okay. Give me your hand. Give me your hand now. Okay, I am. No, you're not. Okay. Oh. Got him. All right. Okay, you got him. 313, now secured. Okay. You got it? No. Yeah. Stand up. Get up. Get up. Okay, wait. No, I'm not waiting. No. There's no more waiting. Let's go. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, put 311. No outstanding. Okay. Keep walking. Okay, what the heck, man? Huh?
Here comes the cops splaining. Here comes the bullshit from the pigs.
You just caught more charges.
All right.
So let me show you what DLZ sent me over there at Team DLZ Clips over there. Team DLZ Clips. Let me show you what he sent me today. Let's take a look at this video where they handcuffed up a 10-year-old little girl. Welcome to another demonetized stream, because I show you what the coppers don't want you to see, and the state makes sure they work with YouTube, that if anybody is going to make money off of people being abused in the streets, it's going to be the cops. They're the ones that are going to make money. You can't make money on a video that shows the cops abusing people in the streets. Only the cops get to make money off the abuse that they do in the streets. Just saying. I mean, that seems to be the way it is.
But we felt this one happened once, but we felt it was important to put it in the audit. So in this case, officers were conducting a probation waiver search. There was a girl, a 10-year-old girl, a 10-year-old black girl that was there with her kind of bedridden grandmother. The police department were banging on the door, trying to get her to open the door. They saw her close lights. When she finally opened the door, they immediately handcuffed her. They were kind of rude, and well, no, they were rude. And then they marched her to the car. The issue here is that was unreasonable. It was needlessly. She posed no threat to the people. She had her pajamas on. She was crying for her mom when she opened the door. Or no, excuse me, she was saying she was a baby when she opened the door, and the officer handcuffed her and took her to the car. After finding out that she was a 10-year-old girl, the officer's demeanor did change, and he did take off the handcuffs. In their response, I believe the SPD states that they were exonerated. This case was exonerated, I believe, and she was only handcuffed for 35 seconds. And that is true. She was handcuffed for about 35 seconds. But I think the bigger issue is that she should have never been handcuffed in the first place. And
oh,
I mean,
my
true.
God.
I mean, that will do lifelong trauma. And there should be policies in place or continuous training in place for officers in dealing with minors and dealing with minors who are aggressive or minors that were a threat.
Just listen to this again. 10-year-old girl. Okay. 10-year-old girl. Listen to what they say again. Just listen. Just listen to this sentence here.
For officers, policies in place or continuous training in place for officers in dealing with minors and dealing with minors who are aggressive or minors that were a threat.
Have you seen the cops in the videos? Have you seen what most of the cops look like? You know, I'm an avid worker outer. I train constantly, and I've really turned on too much training this past month. I overtrained, underate, and underslept, and it made me sick. And you see those cops, you know, let me just show you something real quick. With this one arm right here, I could grab a 10-year-old little girl and completely control her. I wouldn't even need my other arm because I lift up 60, 70 pounds with one arm. With one arm, I pick up a dumbbell, a dead bell, and I push it over my head with my shoulder and my bicep, 60, 70 pounds, 15, 20 times. So that means that Chille here at 48 years old, I can grab a 10-year-old kid and completely put them into the ground just by their shirt if they're overly aggressive. We don't need a policy for it. I can control a 10-year-old, any 10-year-old. I'm going to venture to say 99.9% of every 10-year-olds in the world that Chille here, I'm not a trained killer. You know, I'm not one of these guys who's getting more training. I could control a 10-year-old with one arm. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Just one arm. I could control her with one arm. 10-year-old little girl, I could grab her by the back of the neck right here and put her right face in the couch, and she wouldn't be able to get off the couch because I'm 200 pounds. She wouldn't be able to stop me. But they need to create policies and training for stupid pigs who don't understand that it's a 10-year-old little girl.
This girl was not a threat. She was crying, and she should not have been handcuffed. I think we do have a snippet of the video from this one. We blurred the faces out and the police officers' faces out.
Why'd you hide the cops? Show us what cops did it.
Again, I'll put my glasses on.
Got to put his glasses on. Hold on a minute. He's on our side.
Are you able to open the door, ma'am? Police Department, probation search, open the door. Sacramento Police, probation search, open the door.
Mike, what? No wonder why DLZ sent this to me, DLZ clips. This is crazy. They're opening the door. Don't open the door.
Just cover that longer.
You're going to rip their door off.
Hi, can you unlock this, please?
You were just...
Can you open this screen door? It's the police department.
He's got a ski mask on. This guy comes to your door dressed up like military G.I. Joe loser, trying to rip your door off, and then he opens up and then he says, "Can you please open the door with a ski mask on?" This is what armed home intruders look like. I mean, am I wrong? Do you agree? Put a 1. Do you think he looks like a home invader? Look at him.
Can you open this screen door?
That's where they said, "Open the effing mother effing door," and they beeped it.
The police department.
You look like a criminal. You look like the thug that you should be afraid of.
Can you open this? Hey, Sacramento Police Department, come to the door.
Did you? Okay. Man, the psyops, dude. The psyops were watching right in front of us. Hey, can you open the door, please? Open the door now!
Can you open this screen door? It's the police department. Can you open this? Hey, Sacramento Police Department, come to the door. To the door. Can you open this, man? Come to the door right now.
Listen, we're gonna kick the door down, and we don't want to do that.
Yes, you
Come
do.
to the door right now. Open the door.
I'm a baby.
Open the
You're
door.
not a baby if you're not listening.
Open the door. Come outside.
Come outside right now.
Who is here?
You're going.
Who is here? There's another one in here.
What?
No, you don't get to go and hide and turn off the lights.
What?
That's not how this works.
Wait a minute. They said overly aggressive children. She came to the door and said, "I'm the baby," then opened the door and stood back, and they ripped her out of the house and put her in torture cuffs.
Okay, but you're going to be detained in handcuffs. Because you're not listening.
Because you're not listening, you're going to be tortured.
I'm scared.
Why are you running and hiding?
Why do you think she is, buddy? You don't have YouTube? You don't know why she's running and hiding? Look at what you're doing to people. Bro, Sacramento Police Department, every copper there is, look at what you're doing to people. Look at why I hate you. This is why I hate you. This is why when I see you on the street and I can annihilate you because you're stupid, I do it. This is why I'm mean to coppers. Every police officer in America can take a look at this video. That's what you're a part of, bro. That's what you joined. You did that. And now I know more than you. And so I go on the street and I embarrass you because this is what you joined. This is why I lambaste you nasty pigs. Could you imagine for a moment if just say, I'm 48 years old, far past my prime, far past. If I could make you drop your badge and gun and we could have it out right there in the street, could you imagine? First of all, I'd beat up half of you. I'd get beat up half the time. I'm old. I'm past my prime. Okay. There's guys who are in their 30s who are going to annihilate me. You know, I got a big ego. You get past that, I'm going to get beat up. Okay. I know that. I'm not stupid. But these guys are such beta male cucks that they don't know why I'm mean to them with my intellect. Do you see? It comes full circle. It's not about me fist fighting you in the street with my gigantic ego. That's not what it's about. It's not about you being able to best me or nightstick me or tase me. It's about this. It's about this right here. It's about what you joined. It's about what you do to people.
Maybe if you're not listening.
Come to the door right now.
He's screaming at her. Now listen.
Open the door.
I'm a baby.
Open the door.
I'm the baby. Did you hear her voice? She sounds like a baby. Mr. Police Officer, who they say you're mean to the copper. Does this not sound like a baby?
Come to the door right now. Open the door.
I'm a baby.
Open the
You're
door.
not a baby if you're not listening.
Open
That sounds like a little kid.
the door. Come outside.
Come outside right now.
The little kid's not overly.
Who is here?
Hands are up. The little girl's scared. She's wearing her pajamas. Her hands are still up. They're grabbing her aggressively. Now he's going to squeeze her arms and hurt her because they all do the same thing.
You're going.
Now he's double hand squeezing on one wrist. In wrestling, it's called a baseball grip. That's not how he's doing it, though, because he's a beta male.
Who is here?
Now he's jerking her arm. Now twisting her arm behind her back within 2 seconds of her. And she's crying within 1.5, 2 seconds. Now she's crying, and he's still going through the process. He doesn't see as a human being that she's broken down and she's stopped and she's scared. He has to go through his policies and procedures because he's a follower.
No, you don't get to go and hide
There, you hear the torture cuffs being clacked onto a 10-year-old girl?
and turn off the lights. That's not how this works.
What is she supposed to do, bro? She sees this on YouTube all the time. What do you think she's going to do, bro? You think other little 10-year-olds are not watching the video I'm showing now? YouTube. Let me say something funny to YouTube. YouTube, you put 18 or older on my videos. I've got nieces and nephews, 7, 9, 6, 5, and 1. My 9-year-old, my 7-year-old, and my 6-year-old nieces and nephews, when they see 18 or older, they go, oh, cool. And they click on it. The kids are watching the videos. Every other 10-year-old kid watching this right now, put a 1 in the chat. Put I'm 10 years old and I'm watching, because they are. And you wonder why she ran and hide and turned the lights off. It's a self-cleaning oven.
Okay, but you're going to be detained in handcuffs because you're not listening.
You're going to be detained in handcuffs because you're not listening. Detainment is for officer safety when you're in fear for a weapon. That's what detainment is. When you have reasonable articulable suspicion with a singular articulable fact of a criminal activity. She's underage and at her home.
I'm scared.
Why are you running and hiding?
I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
When the cops come to my door,
Let me take this off you. I don't need you in handcuffs. Why are you running through the house and hiding?
I'm sorry. Colin, Delete Laws Clips. Everybody get over to Delete Laws Clips and subscribe. He sent this to me last night, freaking out. Colin sent this to me last night, flipping out. You got to cover this, Chille. You got to cover this. You know, I'm literally segmenting my life so that I can make sure I can stay on Earth and try to make the world a better place. This is why he was freaking out. The cop realizes what he's done, and he just.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
He doesn't know what to do because she's 10 and they came to her house in a ski mask. What would you do?
How old are you?
I'm 10.
Let me take this off you. I don't need you in handcuffs. Why are you running through the house and hiding and turning off lights?
Because she has YouTube.
That's incredibly unsafe.
Because she has YouTube. She saw you do on TikTok.
10. Not gonna cuff you.
You already did, bro. You already cuffed her.
The police are at the door. You do not get to run and hide.
That's exactly what you do. That is exactly what you do. When the police come to your front door, you run and you hide.
Not gonna cuff him.
You already did cuff her, bro.
Hey, when the police are at the door, you do not.
The police in ski masks, violently trying to rip the front door off the hinges. You don't run and hide? Are you sure about that?
Not get to run and hide.
Why wouldn't you run and hide? There's men wearing ski masks trying to rip your door off. She has YouTube. She has TikTok. She's 10. 10-year-olds today are fully aware. Put a 1 in the chat if you are just steaming pissed right now, but you're going to keep yourself in check. Put a 1 in the chat if you are steaming pissed off, but you're going to remain peaceful. You're going to petition. You're going to use the press. You're going to use all of your rights to fight back against this tyrannical government. But we will not. Listen, coppers, I see in the street, I've been a fighter my whole life. I want to grab that copper and take him down to the mat. I can't fight every cop I want to fight. I can't sue every cop I want to sue. I can't fight any cops, and I won't. But I can't sue every cop that I tell them I'll sue unless they truly violate my rights. I was watching videos back with DLZ clips. You know, I tell cops all the time I'm going to sue them because if they violate my rights, I have no choice. I have to sue them. And Colin's got a video coming out later tonight that will show you guys all the lawsuits that I'm in, so you guys can look them up. And the reason why I sue bad cops is because of what you just saw. I mean, I am legitimately steaming pissed off. I gotta get this kink out of my neck right now. I'm so angry right now. I can't help it. I'm pissed. Ooh, I want to get you copper and give you a knuckle sandwich. I would like to give you a knuckle sandwich, but we can't do that. You know, I want to. I'm human. I mean, I'm a human being. It makes me mad. We got to use our brains. We got to use our smarts, and we got to sue, and we got to petition, and we got to use the free press. And I got to get to the governor. I got to get to the governorship because I mean, I'm not going to unring the bells that have happened to me in my life and unring the bells that I see ring my bell with 10-year-olds getting handcuffed as soon as I'm governor. I'm not going to become some statist where all of a sudden, ooh, you know what? I no longer care about all those people I saw get abused by these cops. Now that I'm the governor, I'm going to change my stripes. No. I'm going to be governor, and I'm going to change this from the top down. I give you my word. I swear on my soul. It might cost me my soul before I get there. Let's hope it doesn't. But I swear to God, Scout's honor, I will not stop until now. I'm going to have to shut it down at night. I'm going to have to shut it down from midnight to 6 a.m. because I ran myself into the ground. I can't do that. So if you guys text me or call me and I don't get back to you, I love you the same. I can't meet up with everybody. I can't just call everybody. And it doesn't matter if I adore you as a person, and I do. There's about 40 or 50 people and on the light side that I have a real kinship with because we feel so strongly about what we see on these videos. There's about 40 or 50 of you who I've been in personal contact with on the phone, through emails, where we have talked extensively and we have built a bond. And for those 40, 50 people that I can just mention off the top of my head, I love you. If I don't get back to you right away, or it takes me a day or 2 or 3 or 5 or a week, I gotta make sure that I section my time properly, you know, because, and I'm not, and also DLZ Clips, and we're going to go into Eric's fundraiser here in a second, but DLZ Clips and I were looking back at the videos, you know, look, you know, I got a big ego and I actually love to fight, you know, when my body doesn't get beaten up from fighting, but I'm not going to fight anybody. I'm too old. I have to retire. You know, I can't wrestle a pig at every gym in every place in the state of West Virginia or Tennessee or Tulsa. I can't go down to Flagler and grab that pig and say, let's go to the gym. I'm going to jujitsu you. I can't, you know, that's just my ego talking. I'm sorry, my ego's gigantic, but I'm not sorry because my bravado is what got us to this point now here today, because people need leadership so badly. And everybody's afraid to say that I'm the leader. They are, especially from the peons that we are, because we weren't raised where we're going to lead the masses. We always look to the super politicians and the super rich, and they're going to lead us. You know, they have better friends than we do in Yale and Harvard and Princeton. And so far we've seen through our lifetime, Gen X, Boomer, and the greatest generation and some millennials, that they haven't done it. That the super rich and the super elite and the son or daughter of that politician has not led us to the promised land. They have not helped the common man. As much as people like Trump, he really helped the rich. He really helped infringe our Second Amendment. As much as people loved Reagan, he really wanted to get rid of the Fourth Amendment, and he said so out loud in a speech. So, you know, and then the fact that I say that I am the alpha male. People are like, if you're really an alpha, you wouldn't say you're an alpha. In today's culture, we've created that it's so popular to be a beta male, that it's so popular to acquiesce to whatever someone else wants, and you should be more agreeable, and we should have like this socialistic kind of, and no, I don't agree to that. I agree to the rule of law, that we have to have a system based on rules of law that you and I all agree to live by. And the first principle of the rule of law is that government and the government entities are beholden under the rule of law. And so this is a time period that's a very strange time period in our history, because it's popular to be beta. It's popular to not say that you're the leader, because why are you qualified? You're not. I'm not qualified. You're not qualified. Nobody is qualified to lead masses of people, especially this many millions of people. You're not qualified. I mean, read John Locke's book, Essays in Understanding Humanity. I'm not qualified, neither are you. But we're seeing that the billionaires and the politicians are also just as unqualified as you and I. And we saw, I could just go on and on about it, but it has to be changed. And so that's why I've taken the stance that I've taken, and I'm unwavering in my resolve and my commitment, to the point where I'll work myself to death. And so at midnight tonight, I will shut down. I will not return any phone calls. I will not return any text message. I will not return any emails. I will not touch my computer or my phones after midnight, unless I see cherries and berries. Unless I see cherries and berries. I see cherries and berries. I see cherries and berries, and I pull my phone out and I start recording. You know, I just got to take 6-8 hours a night, and I got to stop and I got to rest, guys. So if I don't get back to the people who I love, I'm sorry. And the people who I don't know that email me, I cannot get back to all the emails and contacts. You can ask Colin. There's so many contacts. So let's jump into Eric's fundraiser and try to switch gears into something positive. Also, on the last fundraiser, I counted the Venmo, the Cash App, and the PayPal, but there were 2 $20 donations on Super Chats, and I give half of that Super Chat money to the donation. So there's $20 more from Super Chats last time that I didn't factor in when I went through and looked at the Super Chats after the thing. And nobody caught it, but I caught it. And so I'm going to put that 20 in today. And then I'm going to take a look at my phone, and I'm going to look at the PayPals, because over the last week, several of you have sent me PayPals or Venmo or Cash App. And we're over $100, I think, from people who have just donated to me that said wheelchair. So if you send me a Venmo, a PayPal, or a Cash App, I'm doing a fundraiser for Eric Trujillo's artificial intelligence wheelchair. And that artificial intelligence wheelchair is $7,500. Give me 1 second and let me pull that fundraiser up, because we have raised most of the money for Eric's wheelchair, and we are going to finish it. This team right here, we are going to finish it. Let me check real quick. Give me just 1 second while I pull this up. And I have his fundraiser here, and we'll get a latest update to see where he is as far as where the fundraiser is, as far as how much money we've raised for Eric. And we're going to finish this bad chicken. We're going to finish this bad chicken. That's what's going to happen. And I called a couple of investors. So if you don't want to pull your wallet out, if you don't want to pull your phone out and get your Cash App, your Venmo, or your PayPal, give it directly to the GoFundMe. I would prefer you gave the money directly to Eric's GoFundMe. I would prefer 0 Super Chats, because I have to then front that money. I'm not rich. Colin will tell you, Team DLZ, we're not balling. We looked up what we make on Social Blade. I wish we made that amount of money, but so let's get your wallet out, get your phone out. Get your Cash App, your Venmo, your PayPal. You can send it directly to me, or I would prefer if you sent it directly to Eric's GoFundMe. I understand if you don't have any extra funds right now. We are at $4,000 right there. Monk's Law 6 days ago threw in the last. This was Team DLZ last time. This number should have been 450. I missed 2 super chats. I'm really sorry. I'm going to put that in right now. Let me see what you guys can see so I can make sure you guys can see it. So we put 450 in last time. Hopefully we can beat that this time if you guys are doing okay, if everybody's got some money. And so if you guys can donate directly to Eric's GoFundMe, let me drop the link in the chat real quick. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to open my wallet up and I'm going to put the money in that people have donated to me. And I'm going to read off a couple of names of people. So there's the link in the chat right there. Let me open up my PayPal, my Venmo, my Cash App and see if anybody has sent me any money. And all you have to do and right there at Monk's Law, I can't remember your username, Monks. If you're in the room though, I know you've been in the room several times. Monk's Law, he threw this in at the end, or she threw this in at the end. I don't know which one it is. And Tom Shaw, of course, is a regular in this room. And Victor is a regular here on Team DLZ. And Richard Bellafori is, let's take a look at all of them and give some credit here. Richard looked like Richard went a couple times here. So then this was Team DLZ again. And again, this is someone from Team DLZ. And David is a Team DLZ. And this is from y'all, and this is from y'all, from Chevy, from P-Rex, from what was it? JT, I believe the name was. This is anonymous. This is Greg. This is a regular on Team DLZ here. And this is Michael Martin. This is us putting money in, So as you guys can see, this is what, and then Bruce is a regular here. Paulette is a regular around here. And Shanta is a regular on Team DLZ here. Terry Moore, Cheryl. So good to see all y'all in here. Scrubzilla is on Team DLZ 100%. He's been around. And this is when we threw some money in. And you look what we've done. I mean, look what we've done. And so far where we are here, we've raised over half of the money. And we're gonna pass that up today. So again, feel free. You can Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App directly to me, and I will take the money immediately right now and put it into his GoFundMe. Or I would prefer if you donated directly to his GoFundMe. That skips any middleman process. And the faster we get that GoFundMe to its green light, the faster he gets those funds released and he can have his wheelchair. And that's what this is really about. If anybody has a rich uncle that's got $3 grand, call that rich uncle right now. Get on the phone, be like, yo, uncle, I'm doing a fundraiser for a guy. It's straight to his GoFundMe, and send him the link, and then put your name down here and tell your uncle's name. And let's get your rich uncle in here. Let's get him in here. Get your wallet out. Get your wallet out. This is a fundraiser for Eric Trujillo. And Eric, it was supposed to die a couple months ago, 2 years ago. And he said, no way, I'm not dying. I am not dying. I'm not ready to kick off this earth yet. If you guys would please, I don't see anything in the chat yet, but I will keep looking. 1 second. And let me real quick open up my PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App and see who has sent me money over the past. I got a donation today for Eric. And I'll show you guys the PayPal so you guys can see. I'll cover their names. What's up with that? Right there. Right there. Chevy Bucks. Right there, Chevy, I got your 100. Thank you, Chevy. God bless you, brother. Eric, this man has donated a lot of money to your funds. Gary, thank you so much. Gary, thank you for your donation. So we have, and let's take a look at the Cash App. Let's see what we have in here. We definitely have some donos today from Cash App. Right there from Luke. Luke just came in for 50. And then we got, oh, thank you. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Carrie. I appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you. And then we got, thank you. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate your donation. God bless you. Thank you. Really, Luke, thank you. I appreciate your donation. So I've got 20 from the last one. Make sure we count that we count those in. Keep track of these DLZ clips. Literally write that down because I'm going to split those in half. We missed 2 on the last one, and I don't want to miss any. I want to get this man his wheelchair. So let's get it done. Luke, thank you so much for coming in. Corey, thank you for your donation. Alan, thank you very much for your donation. Really appreciate it. A couple people were donations that they'd sent to me and said, thank you for what you're doing. And thank you. I appreciate it. It's all good. We don't stop. We don't stop under any circumstances. You see why we do what we do. We can see it. So I don't want to lose track. I want to stay focused on Eric. This is Eric's time right now, and he's $3,000 away from having that wheelchair. So I want to stay as focused as I can right now. So I've got 50 and 100 and 20 and 20. So just right there, it's 190. We have 190 so far, and I haven't even checked Venmo yet. So in Venmo here, I got some money come in. So Dan came in. Dan. So Eric, if you're watching this, Dan is coming in with another 50. So now we're at $240. Thank you. I'm just taking a second to say thank you to thank you, Dan. You're inspiring. Thank you. Dan, thanks a lot. Dan has come in consistently. And every time you guys donate, every time someone hits my Venmo, my Cash App, or PayPal, just put wheelchair or Eric Trillo in there. And I see it. And when I see it, I know on one of the lives I'm going to have to come through, and it's earmarked. It says right there. It says wheelchair right on it. You see that? It says wheelchair. And there's the 50 right there. You see the 50 right under there sneaking under my hand? There's the 50 right there. I'm just protecting the man's personal information. But there's 50 right there. And he put the word wheelchair. I don't know why you got timed out, man. If you're trolling, you probably got timed out because moderators were, I mean, this team DLZ, it's like family around here, because so many people have tried to take this channel down and tried to hurt us, and they're not going to be able to stop us, because it doesn't matter if it's YouTube or anything else. I'm never going to stop. And if I have to make videos and send them out to people and have you post them Andrew Tate style, that's what I'll do. If they kick me off this platform, all of you contact me and I'll send you videos and say, post this. And people will continue to share the videos that I make, because I'll never stop. And they'll make me more powerful. So if they ban me, it'll just make me more powerful. So Dan, there's another one. Thank you, Eric, for your donation. Thank you so much, man. God bless you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. We don't stop, man. We don't stop. So, wow. What's today's date? When was the last live that we did? Okay. So I appreciate it, man. So what do we got now? So I was at 240. I was at 240. Is there any other bidders? So if you would pull out your Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal, and right now send me $5 or $10 right this second. It'll take you just 2 seconds on your phone. I'll sit here and I'll wait. And if we can crowdsource this with a couple hundred people in here and $5 a piece, that's another $1,000. So and I counted the money, the super chat money. I'll do a thorough accounting as soon as this is over. But right now in my head, I got 240. So if the numbers change, I'll make sure that I expose it all, because you have to, you know. Oh, what's that, J Carr? But you know, we've heard this from trolls before, bro. People who say, J Carr, this GoFundMe is right there, man. If you want to fund the campaign, then do it. But that's you know, we've dealt with this. Put a 1 in the chat if we've dealt with this before. Someone coming in and saying, hey, I'm going to pay for the whole thing. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been here before and someone has come in and said, hey, I got it. And we all got real excited. And then they were just having a good time at someone else's expense. We've all experienced that here. If you've been on the Team DLZ long enough, then you know that Marcy Fox just put in some money on the GoFundMe. Let's focus on this. So right here, let me refresh this bad chicken real quick. There it is right there. It'll show up in a second, Marcy. And I got 240 going in. Let me put my 240 in right now real quick. Let's just make it 250. Let's make it 250 just so that it's a round number coming in. And let me donate 250 right now. I don't tip GoFundMe. I'm really sorry because of what they did to the truckers last year. I can't get around it. I wouldn't have put my I mean, it sucks, but you know, GoFundMe is, you know, they're the big boy on the block. And so you're kind of forced to use them. It's really bad, but you know what I mean? It's okay. So there's 250 going in right now. I actually put the wrong zip code in there. Let's see if it goes through. It went through anyway. Cool. All right, let's refresh this and see if Marcy's donation went through. There mine is right there that you guys put in right there. There it is. The money that was sent for me from Dan and from Eric and from Christopher and from Colin and from Marcy and from Chevy. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? There, and from Gary, who also threw some money in here today. And where are we at? Gary threw in $20 today. And then Marcy said that she threw into the GoFundMe. I believe Marcy, she's been on Team DLZ for a very long time. Marcy and I have jumped on the phone and we've had long conversation, and at least one long conversation I've had with Marcy, besides emails and text messages. And I love Marcy. She's the best as far as, at least to me, she's treated me very fairly, and she always jumps in and contributes, and she's not rich. So thanks, Marcy. I appreciate what you do. Thank you for being a part of it. Really, and I understand. Did you post those? You got to post the Colin. If you would post the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Someone's asking what the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are. I think they're on the bottom. I think the Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal are along the bottom. Someone asked that right now. They said, "Oh damn, we're supposed to send the Cash App." I would prefer you sent to the GoFundMe, because then it just takes out any chance of errors being made, or and people talk shit and whatever. I don't care. But what I do care about is that Eric gets his wheelchair. That's numero uno importante cosa. And I think I just had another right there. I just had another $50 donation come in just now from Home Tech Solutions of Tennessee. That's the, I don't think he's going to mind if I show this, because this is the name of his company. So if you guys are in Tennessee, Home Tech Solutions of Tennessee just sent me $50 more to my PayPal. I'm going to go ahead and cover the fee on that. I'll pay the $1.50, and I'll put his entire $50 in, and I'll do that right this second. So if anybody else sends me Home Tech Solutions of Tennessee, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. And Eric, I know Eric is what? Chuck, what? Chuck just threw in $400. What? Let me refresh this bad chicken it'll take a second to hit. There's Marcy's right there. There's Mark's Weber, and there's Chuck right there. Chuck just threw in 400. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Look at that. Chuck, listen, my God. And you guys, just so you know, Chuck is a friend of mine. Chuck's another one of those people that I have a personal relationship with. And he did indeed. Let me open this bad chicken big so you can see it. And there's Chuck's $400 donation that he just, and Chuck is not a rich man. I guess that's what he had left for his month, because we're at the end of the month. I know Chuck, he's a good friend of mine. And I guess that's what he had left at the end of his month right there. Wow, Chuck. Thank you, man. Butch the Original, nice to see you. And then we got, I got Home Tech Solutions right here. So I got $400 coming from Chuck and Home Tech Solutions, 100 from Chevy, 20 from Gary, 50 from Dan. I've already put that in. I'm going to throw in another 50. I'm going to wait just 1 second to see if anybody else sends me $5 or $10 through Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. It doesn't matter how much it is. It matters that you contribute. That's all that matters. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this fundraiser until the fundraiser is completed. I won't stop. Once I put my mind to something, I know that I can transcend, that I can get it done. Butch the Original just put in 20. Chuck, God bless you, man. I hope that you're okay. I do know Chuck. I know he's not rich. I know where he lives. I'm friends with Chuck. Man, Chuck, I hope that you're okay. And I hope that this doesn't financially hurt you. Sometimes you put your heart in front of your mind, but you are an amazing man. Thank you. Butch the Original just threw in 20. Butch the Original just threw in 20. Let me refresh this right here. Marcy threw in 20 right here. Mark Weber threw in 20 right here. Top Rock right here threw in 20 right here. So we are getting it. Look at that. Look at that. We're going to be really close here. We are getting really close. God bless. Thank you. So Chuck, man, Marcy, thank you guys so much. Unbelievable. Mark Weber, thank you. Top Rock, thank you. Thank you so much. It's just unbelievable. And Tech Solutions from Tennessee, Home Tech Solutions from Tennessee, thank you for throwing that 50 in just now. It gives me hope and it inspires me. And, look, I'm such an emotional empath. I care about people so deeply, even people I don't know, that often doing these fundraisers can make me cry right here in front of everybody. And so, Daniel, who I want Eric to know how consistent Daniel has been in. And I think, Dan, when was our last live? Because I think Dan, I think that's, let me see if you, okay. No, we got your last 50 in. Okay. Because just so you guys know, Dan donated $50 on the 18th, and then Dan noted $50 on the 21st, and then he donated 50 on the 24th. So that's 150. Chuck, what are you, Chuck? What? Chuck, what are you doing? Chuck, put your wallet away. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Chuck, what? No way. No way. What the fluck, Chuck? Chuck put in $400 more? Chuck, no way. Dude, you got to stop. I called a hedge fund manager, and I called a hedge fund manager friend of mine. Chuck, God bless you, dude. Chuck has now put in $800 today. God bless this man. God bless this man for what he's done. Thank you so much, Chuck. Because Chuck knows that I won't stop. And he's just, Chuck. It's too much. You got to stop, dude. That's too much money, Chuck. That's amazing, dude. Thank you. Thank you for donating, Chuck. I mean, don't scare the little fishies away. Wow. That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That is amazing. Someone just gave $800 to someone they don't know. Are you kidding me, bro? Unbelievable. How do you give? Okay. Guy gave $800. This dude gave $800 today to someone that he doesn't know. Like, look, like there is the money that one person gave, and Dan and Chevy and these guys who have come in heavy. I mean, you guys don't know, but I think Chevy is about the same as Chuck. I think Chevy's around $800 as well. I think you don't see Chevy's name because he donates the money directly to me, but Chevy and Chuck in there, and Dan, who I don't, Dan donates directly to me as well, and Marcy. And look at the money. Look at the money that people put in for someone they don't know. Wow. 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 Bro, you are my Quan. You are my Quan, bro. You are the most selfless, amazing man. One of the most selfless, amazing men who I know on planet Earth. And so is Chevy, and so is Dan, and so is Mark, and so is Eric, and so many of you who have Butch the original, and people who, I mean, look at how much money that someone's giving to somebody that they don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Unbelievable. I hope that you're okay. Just sent $10 on PayPal. UCAN TV. Thank you. Thank you so much, UCAN. Let me check my PayPal. UCAN TV just came through with another $10. There it is right there, as he promised. If you have a company and your name is on your company, now's a good time to promote, because right here from Canco, they just threw in their $10. They just threw in their 10. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'll put that in. So I got that 50 and I got 10. So I got 60 more coming in. Did I have PayPal? Did I have Super Chat money come through here? Team DLZ, Colin. I mean, I'm just overwhelmed that between you guys who have donated, there's some of y'all who have put in like so much money. It's unbelievable. We are now $2,000 away from the goal. We are now $2,000 away from the goal right now. I guess when I said earlier, if you have an uncle or a friend, I guess I could have just said, do you have Uncle Chuck or Uncle Chevy or Uncle Dan? do you have any of those guys any of those guys your uncle? Top Rock throwing in some dough, Monk Law throwing in, Butch the Original throwing in. We are $2,000 away. So I've got 60. I got 60 coming in. Let me put my 60 in that the people donated. Let me just put that in right now so that we can see that money go in. Let me put that money in right now so that, you know, it's in, so that we got 60 more on there. Wow. Chuck. I mean, bro, Chevy, like, dude, like Dan, like the people, you know, everybody, you know, Gary who put in, like all of you folks who have put in, like, there it is. I just popped that. I put that next 60 in right there. So it's out of my, so that I'm okay with what I've done. And so there's that 60 right there that y'all just donated. There it is. And there's Chuck's 400. And so, okay. That was just overwhelming for me. You Can TV. I just got 10 in there. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. You know, it was so funny too, because I just got done saying that sometimes these things can overwhelm me. And it's like guys like Chuck who, dude, I haven't even given back nearly enough yet. I haven't done nearly enough yet. And I can say one thing for sure, because of people, and I can mention their names 4,000 times, but because of the people here on this team, this is what drives me. You inspire me. You motivate me. You know, Dan consistently kept sending me money for his wheelchair, and I have to, thank you. Wow. And so this one right here said, ex-police officer here, give him hell. I left police work due to the bad cops. Morals wouldn't let me stay. Our top officer got busted 3 years after I left for running a chop shop, for stealing cars and running a chop shop. Thanks for chiming in, man. And to the ex-cops out there there's a few of you guys who I'm in touch with right now on email. Thanks for your emails. And thanks for joining Team DLZ. Look, the reason why I'm mean to cops on the streets is because of the videos we saw today. This is why I'm cruel and mean to them with my knowledge and my rights. And this is why I'm a jerk to them, because I see these videos. It makes me mad. You join that team and it makes me mad. But right now, I just want to finish this. Right now, I just want to finish this fundraiser. So yeah, hey, S101, that if you get a trifold or a poster or an ebook, that not only educates you, it also supports me and my partner, Team DLZ, Colin over there working hard, editing all the time. And if you guys are seeing some videos where I use curse language, I don't curse anymore. I try not to curse anymore, at least F words like that and stuff, but I don't curse anymore. So the last few clips that have come out are like a year old, and we're going to even stop showing the cursing. We're just going to cut those sentences out, because I don't know if that's the best way to represent this brand as we move forward and move into government positions. One government position, governor or bust. Everything else, you get told what to do, and you don't have the executive power, and you can't say, I'm in charge and I will make the decision, because I will make the decision to change policing, and they won't be able to stop it because I'll be the executive in charge. And that's the reason why so many trolls hate me and they're afraid of me, because I will win the governorship and I will change policing from the top down. You guys remember, I've only been known for a year and a half. Nobody knew who I was a year and a half ago. Nobody knew who I was. So now you know who I am. Okay, so cool. I think we're good here. Let's take a look at this fundraiser. Let me refresh. And I think that we're good for now. We'll take a little break. That was super emotional for me. And so Chuck, God bless you. Chevy, God bless you. Let's refresh this one more time. And so we literally are $2,000 away. I'm going to call my rich uncle tonight when we get off this phone. I'm going to call my rich uncle. I'm going to call him, and I'm going to see if we can finish this bad chicken. But I'm going to see if he'll come on the live tomorrow and we can finish this bad chicken. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys for your donations. Charles, thank you for coming through. Marcy, thank you for coming through. Gary, Eric, thank you for coming through. Dan, thank you for coming through. Mark, thank you. Top Rock, Monk's Law, thank you. Tom Shaw, Victor, thank you. Victor Burrell, Richard, thank you. David McDonald, appreciate you. And Cope Doggy Dog, where is that Cope Doggy? I miss Cope Dog. Where is the Cope Doggy Dog? Miss you, Copey. I know he's doing an early morning schedule right now. Once again, another one of those people who I have a deep bond with and a kinship. Cope Doggy Dog. I have so many people that I've built this amazing friendship with, and we are kindred spirits because we both are empaths. We both care about others. We both are giving and loving people, and I have this amazing bond with so many people now. And now I have to lock myself away at after business hours. I've got to shut down my phone and shut down my brain and just let myself meditate, because I'm going to worry about Chuck now. I'm going to call you, Chuck, when this live is over and make sure you have $800 extra. Madison Lee is in the room. I haven't seen you in a while, Madison. What's going on? Madison Lee, what's going on? How are you? Good to see you. Iron Wolf, how are you? Nice to see you. Iron Wolf said Chille got arrested. Chille got arrested. Yeah. I did get arrested a few months ago by Las Vegas Metro Police Department. I sued them for violating my rights. I got arrested in Ironton, Ohio. I sued them for violating my rights. They tried to revoke my bond for peacefully protesting and put me in the murderous Lawrence County Jail. So I left Ohio on a misdemeanor warrant, and I won't go back until the warrant is quashed, because they would have tried to kill me in that jail for peacefully protesting, because I pointed out how corrupt their rehab centers are, where all the county commissioners and the judges and the prosecutors own the rehab centers. So when they tried to have a bond hearing for me, I left that bond hearing and I got the hell out of Ohio, because they would have put me in Lawrence County Jail, where they would have tried to kill me. And and just so Iron Wolf knows, I will probably get arrested again, and I'll probably get arrested again, because you know why? How come? Why is that? Why is it? How come it is? We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. We do not stop until we change the system, until we get to executive power, so that we can change the system of peace officers back to peace officers, so that you and I get access to every single camera that the government has cameras. And that kills Big Brother. This is the plan. We get cameras in every courtroom in America, from your local town to all the way up to the federal and Supreme Court. We have to have cameras at every single turn, where we have a system of cameras that we get access to. As long as we have law enforcers and they have cameras that we don't get access to, it's just going to get worse for us. So Eric's fundraiser, we're $2,000 away. Let me shut his fundraiser now. Cool. If anybody else donates to me over this week, just put the term wheelchair on there, and I will bring it out on the next live. I'll show you my PayPal, my Venmo, and my Cash App. And I'm confused about a payment, and I want to make sure. So if Dan, when you see this, make sure that we talk. I want to make sure that 50 that you gave me last time went into the last fundraiser. I might just put it in anyway, so that my conscience is clear, because I don't want anybody. I want your donation to go to Eric's wheelchair until it's done. And I'm going to call my rich uncle when we get off the phone, and I'm going to tell him we got $2,000 to go. And I'm going to ask him. He's not my uncle. He's just a friend of mine. But I'm going to call my friend who is a hedge fund manager when we get off the phone and ask him if he will put in the last $2,000. I'm just going to ask him. What's he going to say? No? Okay, fine. He says no. But I'm going to ask him. No, I'm not rich, but what it requires. So I'm not sure if you know who this woman was, but she was greatly violated by the police. I've talked to her a couple times. There's a real process to doing lawsuits and doing law. And so you have to be really tuned into that. And, I can't sue for everybody. I'm in DLZ Clips. Are you going to do that video tonight? Are you going to get that video done that's going to show the lawsuits that I'm in? We're going to get it done in the next day or two. We put everything together for it, and we're going to show it. And okay, I'll call him now. Sure. I'll call him right now. That's a good idea. Let's call Chuck right now. Chuck, I'm calling you right now. I'm going to call you right now. I'm calling Chuck right now. I'm calling you right now, Chuck. He may not pick up. He's not a real public guy. He's shy. Maybe he doesn't want his voice heard. I don't know. Let's see. Hey, Chuck. I got you live right now. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
You got $800 this month extra?
Not really, but it's all good.
What do you mean you don't? What? I mean, what are you doing? You got enough money?
Listen, these are investments I'm making.
All right. No, I didn't call to bitch you out. I called to say thank you. I just hope you're okay. I know you're not rich, so I hope that you're all right.
Oh, you're more than welcome.
All right.
No.
Well, there's lots of people listening. Is there anything you want to say to the people? How come? Why are you giving this amount of money? Why are you donating like this?
You know why? Because Chille is the real deal.
You're donating for me?
On behalf of you. You brought this forward with Eric, and Eric is truly in need. Let's make it happen.
I love you, buddy. I'll call you when we get off live, okay?
All right.
Okay, take care.
Love you.
Love you too. First, Chuck, God bless you, dude. Thank you. Chuck's not rich. Chuck doesn't have an extra $800 laying around. He doesn't. He pulled this out of his piggy bank. Mulaney said 28. Can I? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Top Rock. Thank you. We don't stop, Top Rock. We won't stop. I'm calling my friend when we get off this. And this one says from Mulaney that there was 28 deaths at the Lawrence County Jail. 28 more deaths at the Lawrence County Jail. The sheriffs there are psychotic and feed off of power and assaulting helpless humans. This is why I left Ohio for a misdemeanor warrant. This is why I left, because they kill people in that jail. A lot of people die. One of the first interviews I did was about a kid who was murdered in that jail. And as soon as I found that out and they were trying to revoke my bond for peacefully protesting, I left. So thank you guys. Thank you guys. Oh boy, they wish I would be. I'm sure they'd offer me a job if I would just stop. Gloria, we don't stop. Gloria just threw in her $5. Thanks a lot. All right, listen, I could sit here all night. Oh, you got a premiere coming out at 9 p.m. So everybody, drop the link for that. Got a premiere coming out in 4 minutes. Let's segue over there. I'm going to start it on here, and then I'm going to cut this live off. So to all y'all who donated, Dwayne, what you can do is you can go to my inquiry form and you can do your donation, and I'll gladly call you if you match an $800 donation. So that's no problem. But before I call you, I'm going to have to see your donation come in, and then you send me an inquiry form, and then I'll take a look at your email. But got to actually do it first, because it is what it is. But let's focus real quick on Team DLZ. Thank you, Michael. God bless you, dude. I agree. Chuck P, you are absolutely the man. You're absolutely the man. Thank you so much. Anyway, listen, we got a premiere coming up in just 3 minutes here. So let me pop over to Delete Law's clips real quick. You know what? Actually, I got to get out of here. Go over to Delete Law's clips and watch the premiere. He's got a premiere coming out right now in 3 minutes. It's one of my old videos, so I don't know which one it is. He cut that bad chicken up. So take a look at that. You guys, thank you for coming to this TED Talk and to this fundraiser. Dragnet Transparency, thank you for sharing your videos, and I hope everybody subscribes to her. And Eric, we're only $2,000 away. Chevy and Chuck and Dan and Eric and Gary and Marcy and Gloria and everybody who donated any amount of money, thank you so much. If I didn't say your name, I'll say your name next time. Okay, God bless you. We don't stop. We don't stop. We don't stop. I'll see you on the next one. Later, Gators.